With the release of the elegant but deadly Mai Shiranui, I will be going over everything you need to know in this video in order to be successful with her. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So starting off with Mai's key normals, I'm just gonna start with standing light punch. Now this may not seem like a good button, but it actually has pretty decent range. So if you want to walk up and prod your opponent with a light button, just because it's fast, I would recommend standing light punch. And next up for the mediums is standing medium punch. It's 8 frames on startup, -3 on block. But if you poke her at the right range and get the opponent to block at max range, this can set up for a spacing trap, and she can go for a whiff punish if the opponent bites. This can also cancel into drive rush, and she can go into back heavy kick or even crouching heavy punch and go for a combo from there. Crouching medium punch is gonna be her 6 frame medium punch button. Unfortunately, it is pretty stubby, so like being able to use it as a poke is really just not gonna be worthwhile. You're mainly gonna be using it in like pressure and just to confirm off your combos mainly. It is -3 on block, so if you happen to just have this move block, it is the end of your turn, but you can try to keep the pressure up with doing something like an EX fan. And next is standing medium kick. Like most standing medium kicks, they're gonna be good, and Mai's especially does not fall short of that. It has really good range even though it is 9 frames. High startup makes up for the range makes up for the high startup. You don't get anything, but this is just gonna be a good poke to like harass your opponent with. Like you can walk up and use standing medium kick, and if your opponent likes to just like try to walk you down, you can use it as a counter poke too. So if they like try to walk at you and poke at you, you can just defend yourself and use standing medium kick. It's -4 on block, but again has really good pushback. So if you can get your opponent to even block this and then bite back with a crouching medium kick or something, you can follow up with a whiff punish, or react with a whiff punish. I forgot to mention, my standing medium kick is not special or drive rush cancelable. Next is crouching medium kick. This is 7 frames, but it is a little on the stubby side. It looks like it could be even worse than Ken's. Don't quote me on that, it's just a guess, but this is gonna be her low poke that you're gonna use. Of course, it is drive rush cancelable and special cancelable, so you can prod your opponent with like crouching light kick into light fan or even EX fan, and then since it's double hitting, they have to guess after. Next is standing heavy punch. This is her best heavy button as it's 9 frames startup compared to something like Ryu's 10 frame and standing heavy punch. So this is gonna be a really good poke to use in neutral. The range seems deceptive, but it's super good. And if the opponent is crouching, since we know that hurt boxes expand when the opponent crouches, this makes standing heavy punch even better. This is also drive rush and special cancelable. And her last poke I'm gonna mention is standing heavy kick. It's a little bit on the slower side at 14 frames, but it is a good poke to use at like just mid-range or even walking up to your opponent. I'd be careful like walking up to your opponent and using it, because if they jump over you, you could probably get whiff punished and crossed up. And standing heavy kick is not special or drive rush cancelable. Mai also has an air throw, so this is going to be another good air option to catch your opponent if they try and jump out of the corner or try to cross you up. Another good air-to-air move you can use if your opponent tries to jump at you or over you is medium punch, because this puts them in a juggle state, and then you can go for her quarter circle back punch while in the air. But unfortunately, you can only do the quarter circle forward or back punch button if you're jumping forward. You cannot do it if you're neutral jumping or jumping back. If you use the EX version in the air, she can actually cancel into her level 2 as well. So to go over her key special moves, quarter circle forward punch is gonna be her fan toss, light is gonna be the slowest, and heavy is gonna be the fastest, but heavy is gonna have the most recovery. So if I were you, I'd kind of just use light and medium. It seems like it could be a good fireball like reuse. So if you notice, if you use light at longer ranges, you're at a more advantage. So you could set up like fireball traps. So yeah, if you're at a decent range, you can set up a fan trap or a fireball trap, whatever you want to call it, with Mai. So this is valid. And with her EX fan, it becomes a double hitting move. As you see, it bounces off her, and then you can go for a follow-up if they block or just extend your pressure. So you can go like standing heavy punch into fan, and then they either have to guess and do a reversal or parry, or they're just gonna have to take it and guess between an overhead, low, or throw, or even a drive impact or something. So make sure you use her fan and like EX fan and pressure as much as you can. Just make sure not to burn yourself out, of course. Another thing about Mai's fans is they can be charged up. Initially, if she just tosses her fans without charging it, the opponent can actually hit them out of the air, so they're not technically true projectiles until she adds a charge in. Then they can't hit them. Okay, so I'll just show you. Now, if she charges it, I get hit. She can also charge her EX versions, and this is actually going to be her main go-to combo for punish counters. So yeah, if your opponent does a wake up reversal, you can do like standing heavy punch into a fully charged EX fan, and then you can follow up with a standing heavy punch and go for a combo. Next is her quarter circle back punch. Each version does something a little different. On hit, with the light version, it keeps them standing. On medium, it knocks them down. The medium version does knock them down, but I don't think she gets a juggle off it. But however, her heavy version does. So as you can see, it pops them up in the air, and she can go for a like a DP or even her quarter circle forward kick follow-up. The light version has really good range, as you can see. It clips them pretty far, and it's only -4 on block, so this could actually be a viable poke button. Not a lot of special moves are used as pokes in fighting games, but this might be an exception. It's 14 frames, which is pretty fast. Okay, Scratch It being a spacing trap move, it moves her forward just a little too much, so it's really hard to space out. So I wouldn't recommend using this as like a spacing trap button. It's still safe at the end of the day, so I actually wouldn't think it's a bad idea to use it as a poke. However, with the medium and heavy versions, I highly recommend you stay away from these, as the EX version launches them just a slightly bit higher, but this actually doesn't change until she gets her fire buff, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But again, she can go for a DP follow-up or even a quarter circle forward medium kick. And last is her DP, which is forward quarter circle forward kick. This is gonna be her main way of ending her combos, and it's also going to be her wake up DP. So if you need a move to get your opponent off you, this is going to be that move that you're going to use. Again, this is mainly going to be used for ending her combos and to get your opponent off of you, but only the OD version will work as a reversal. So now that I've gone over her special moves, not all of them, but her key ones that you should be worried about, let's go over her passive Flame Aura mechanic. So what this does is after she does level 1, it doesn't have to hit, it can whiff, but of course you want it to hit to do the damage. But you'll notice Mai is surrounded by flames now, And what this does is enhances all of her special moves. So now her fans become double hitting and her light and medium do more damage. Well, okay, all versions do more damage. And with her special move, quarter circle back heavy punch, it enhances it way more. So now with the EX version of quarter circle back punch, you can get a follow-up with quarter circle back heavy punch and extend your combo even further. So this is gonna be used a lot with her pressure and increasing her combo damage. But if we just set her to 5, each time you use a special move, it drains this. So once you empty out, you have to use level 1 again to build that flame aura back up. But I will show combos both in and out of her flame aura. So don't worry, I will show you all the routes that you need to know. Okay, so let's talk about Mai's game plan and strategy altogether. Her fans are gonna be your main special move that you're gonna be using most of the time to zone out the enemy, and you're gonna wanna make sure to charge the fans up. EX fan is even better, as if she charges it up, she'll throw 2 fans, making her zoning game super strong. You're also gonna wanna annoy the enemy with pokes like standing medium kick and not crouching medium kick, but standing heavy punch and even standing heavy kick. This has really good range, and if you catch your opponent, you'll punish counter them, and then you can drive rush in for a combo. But another part of her game plan is landing her level 1. This will give her fire stacks like I explained earlier, and this just makes her special moves 10 times stronger, especially her zoning. So I can only imagine what her zoning's gonna be like against characters like Guile when she's able to get her flame stack up. But yeah, that's gonna be her general game plan and strategy. Well, if you made it to the end of the video, I greatly appreciate it. The next video I'll be making is an anti-guide for Mai, so that way you'll know how to deal with her. But that's it, I greatly appreciate you watching this video. This is DarkSyn signing out, and take care.